Hello and welcome back to a Kooky corner of YouTube. It's a beautiful sunny day today, but that's playing havoc with my desk. So if I put my blind down, the light goes too dark. If I leave it up, we get spontaneous sunshine, different intervals. I think I'm just going to go with the spontaneous sunshine because it feels like that kind of a day. Now, I remembered halfway through the night, probably about 3 o'clock in the morning, that I hadn't swatched these ALBRECHT DÜRER Watercolour markers out for you as I said I would, and so I'm going to rectify that today. It's going to be kind of a little mishmash of things today. I thought I'd show you some of my cards that I've been working on. I want some opinions basically. So these are some art cards that I've done. They're gouache originals and I tend to put them on cards. But do you think these are something that you would buy? I don't know. I kind of like them, and I like the fact that we've got these little beautiful creatures saying hello. So yeah, I've got a couple of cats, a couple of frogs. So yeah, I don't know if I've got 3 cats. No, I've got 2 cats saying bonjour. I have 2 froggos, parlez-vous français and hello hello. And then I've got a bunny saying hello, and a little raccoon saying hola. I really enjoyed making them. They made me so happy because I was kind of just using the gouache on this beautiful little cardy paper, and I think it works quite well. Let me know what you think. Do you think these are good to go in my shop? I'm kind of erring on the side. I'm going to put them up anyway and see what happens. But yeah, there's those. That's my little crystal protector guy. I found him in a charity shop, and he kind of, so yeah, he kind of called to me as bird things are doing at the minute. But I do realise I haven't got a name for him yet, and so I thought I would ask you, dear viewers, if you could think of a name for my little protector penguin. He's kind of sitting in all the middle of my crystals here. I have recently again, well, a sad story actually. I had a whole nice collection of crystals at one point that I appear to have mislaid somewhere along the line, and so I have been building up a new collection. And so I got a few from a shop in a local town. I got a few online which were great, and then wandering in the charity shop found this little boy sitting on a shelf. So yeah, he needs a name please, so if you could think of one for me, that would be grand. And so let's see if we can do a swatch of these ALBRECHT DÜRER watercolour markers. I'm just going to see if I can find myself something to work in. That's generally the idea. Let's go with, no, not you. Decisions. I've got so many sketchbooks that I'm working in, but I want one that will take watercolour. Let's go with you. So let's find a page. Okay, so the first one is cadmium yellow. I'm going to go with the thick side. I will wash this out with a bit of water at some point, but first of all, let me get all the swatches down. This one is orange glaze. They're all really nice colours, and I have been enjoying playing around with them, have to say. Dark chrome yellow. Yes, and I've been using them quite a bit in my Burb Fest. This one is beige red, and they have been working supremely well with pencil and stuff over the tops of them. They haven't been chewing up my paper, which has been great. This one's scarlet red. This one is Geranium Lake. Ooh, that's nice. I can see that these kind of fit in with the Faber-Castell Polychromos pencils, because Geranium Lake, I remember, is one of my favourite colours. Deep Scarlet Red. That's a nice colour. And Pink Carmine. Next one on this layer is the Middle Purple Pink. And Purple Violet. So I am going to add some water now, I think. She said, hopefully, looking for a brush. This shouldn't be hard, I've got 600 of them. I exaggerate, but I have got a lot of brushes. Here we go, that'll do nicely. So grab myself some water and just activate the bottom half. So they work really nicely. You could take these out and work just in the marker and then bring them back and activate them. I don't know how long you could leave them sitting for, but they work really nicely just to wet out. As I say, I've been really enjoying using them. Ooh, that one's lovely. Just going to fangirl over the colours here. That geranium, beauteous. So you can see how they wet out, and again, this is a technique you can use with a piece of acetate, where you use that as your palette when you're out and about, and scribble a little of this onto them and then just use it as a watercolour. So those are the warm top layer colours. I'll pop those away quickly into their little container-y do while we get the others out. So yeah, I've been supremely busy for January. Strangely enough, January is usually quite a quiet and contemplative month for me. Not so this month. It's been very, very busy. Okay. Indentarine Blue, another of my favourites. Ooh, so dark. Dark and juicy. That colour is very juicy. This one is Ultramarine. And I made that swatch kind of small, wasn't I? Not very accurate in my swatching today. Phthalo Blue, where's the thick end? As I say, these markers have both a nice brush tip marker and the finer one for lining at the other end, which is handy for if you want to get into those little detailed areas. This one is Cobalt Turquoise. Oh, they're so juicy, these blue colours. Very lovely. We've got Cobalt Green. That side. We have got a nice selection of greens actually. This is dark phthalo green. I'll go to the lighter greens. I think this is a leaf green. Yes, it is. Leafy green. This one is May Green. I always find I really like May Greens. I have a Schminker watercolour in a May Green that I absolutely adore. Isn't it funny how we get affinities with different colours? And I never used to call myself like a green person. I would never really flow towards greens, but I find myself now actually loving lots of greens. I love this one actually. This is a permanent green olive. And the last one on this layer is earth green. I remember I used this quite a lot. I was drawing some goblins and using my polychromos pencils, and this one came into play quite a bit with the goblins, I have to say. Okay, let's have a little play. So creativity wise, I have been obviously doing Burb Fest, and that is going to be coming to an end soon. So I've been hunting around for new challenges, and I think I've got a nice one, which is 50 ways to draw a face. Basically the premise is that you find a face that you want to draw and you try and do that same face in 50 different ways. So you could utilize different artist techniques, different ways of doing it, different media. So I'm kind of thinking that one, but now I've got the task of finding a face that I want to draw 50 times. It's going to have to be someone beautiful. I'm going to have to do a little think on this one. So yeah, I did think of like just having a look through, see if I could find a stock face. Stock face sounds weird, doesn't it? From somewhere that I could use. But I think that's going to be I think I'm going to have to just focus on the challenge of drawing the face 50 times in different ways. I think the different ways is going to have to be the bit that keeps my interest, because it's 50 days. So I'm going to have a think on this one. see if I can think of a face that I wouldn't mind seeing for every day for the next 50 days. Shouldn't be too hard. I mean, you know, there are a lot of beautiful faces out there. I'm sure you, my lovely viewers, have also got beautiful faces. If you can think of anybody I could draw for 50 days, drop me a little note. Yeah, who do you think you could draw for 30 days? This is weird, it's not working out. Maybe because I put them in the wrong way around. That would be the idea. Yeah, who would you draw if you had to draw one person for 50 days? You see, some of the artists, they did that, didn't they? They had a muse. So what I need to do, in effect, is to find my muse, isn't it? That's basically what I'm looking for. I need a muse. I need to be amused by a muse. Right, okay, so back onto these beauties. We got dark sepia or sepia. I don't know how you say it. I've always said sepia, but I could be wrong. It could be sepia. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. And then we have India red. I always love this. This is another pencil in my set that I really like. It's just so warm. Such a nice warm browny terracotta-y kind of colour. Sanguine, also lovely. Then one of my favourites, I'm going to say this to everyone, one of my favourites is green gold. Yes. Again, I have a Daniel Smith green gold watercolour that is adorable. If a watercolour could possibly be adorable, I adore it. And it just makes me happy. This one was, we're on to the greys now. This is a warm grey 3. This one is a warm grey 4. Find the chunky end. Quite a big difference between those two. This one is a cold grey 4. Yeah, you can definitely see the difference between those, and this one is a cold grey 6. That's a really nice colour when you don't want a black and you want something that's like a dark shadow, but you don't want to go like total blackout. Dark indigo, adore. I love colour. I have to say I do love colour in all its forms. And this one is a black. So that is all of them. Let's run some water through these guys. This is a watercolour paper I'm working, it's a sea white sketchbook, and it's working really well on here, but I presume it would work even better on maybe some more textured paper. I'm going to have to try this out on all the different papers. But as swatches go, it's not too bad at all. I do like these a lot, and I find I have been using them, as I say, because it's easy for me to grab a handful of these to take out with me if I'm out and about, which I sometimes am, to do a little bit of artwork on the go. So a small sketchbook, a handful of these, and ooh heck, a bit too much water on there, and like a water brush. But even then you don't need to take the water brush out with you. You could just use the markers as they are and then wet them when you get back. I'm going to have to try that, aren't I? I'm going to see how that goes, see how well they re-wet after being sat for a few hours. So there they are. Aren't they beautiful? A really nice selection of colours, have to say. Faber-Castell at the minute, along with Caran d'Ache, are knocking it out of the park for me, because just really enjoying the things that they're putting out, and enjoying your work tools is a huge part of anything, isn't it, really? Let's pop these all back in their box. Trying to remember which way around they go. I think it's that way. So yeah, really good selection of colours. There are 40, I think it's 40 in the selection. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, no 30. 30, not 40. But yeah, it says 30 on there, Dur. But look, those are the different colours. And you can buy these open stock as well, so if you want one of them runs out, you can replace quite easily. They also have the light fastness rating on the side of here for each one of these as well. So that's handy to know if you're going to be selling some of your original work. Light fastness is always good to know. So there they are. That's me for today. Sorry about the lighting situation. I keep saying every time she's on here again, that strange Kooky woman talking about her lighting. But as I say, it was a little bit dark to have the blind down. If I put a light on behind me, that cast a weird shadow. And then Mr. Sunshine was playing his tricks today. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. If you liked this little weird insight into my day, and also the swatching out of these beautiful watercolour markers, please give me a thumbs up. If you like any of the other content that I put out, you might want to consider subscribing and also clicking that beautiful bell, which will let you know when I've uploaded a new video. Have a great day. I'm going to be back soon with something else. I'm not sure what yet. I've got a whole load of things in my little planner, so it's going to be a surprise as much for me as it is for you. Have a great day, folks, and I will see you very soon. Bye for now.